with the new and upcoming band Sinister with 3 of the members, with lead guitarist Anthony, vocalist Brandon, and drummer Tom. Now, how did you guys get started?
Well, I've been looking for a band because my last one fell apart on me, and my buddy actually went to see a girlfriend one time, and I decided to tag along, and I happened to run into Brandon. And so we got together, started playing together, but we needed more people, and I got hold of this guy that my buddy knew, named Tom, and went up, met him, and we met the guitarist Dave, and we all kind of went together, and that's how we got formed,
It's pretty cool the way everything happened. We were all just having a good time. We took out at my house. One of my mutual friends of ours asked if some people could come over, and me and him and the bassist at the time. And then Tom came along, and Dan and Dave came along, and the rest is really history. It was pretty crazy how it all happened so fast. We all came together so fast, and we played so comfortably together. We've been looking for a band for years, and it's pretty cool the way it happened.
I had been looking for a band for a long time, and I seen a flyer in Raymond's Music with a drummer needed for the band Lion Slicer, which is a local band out of Sac City, and Dave Hofford was the guitarist for him, and so I just called the number, and Dave Hofford answered and said that they had broken up, and he was looking for a new band, so me and him just started jamming out, and he introduced me to Anthony, and we all met, and I guess met Brandon later, and we all just kind of formed, I guess.
Where are the original members of the band?
Well, we are kind of new. We've only been playing for a few months together, so hopefully, as the time passes, we'll all stay original band members, because it's all of us that actually formed the band Sinister Theory. So I hope in years to come that we are the exact original members, unlike other bands who normally get, they lose members and they gotta replace them.
But actually, we're pretty much looking at the original members. We weren't Sinister Theory yet, but we did a lot of the work. It's sort of a funny story of how we would work together, and then there'd be Danny, which is our zombie bassist, and our other guitarist, and they'd be at a practice, and I wouldn't be, and they would be with Danny and Dave, or it would just be us three. We all finally got together, and we played our first show, and just everything clicked together really perfectly, and pretty amazing, really. To hear it, you'd have to, I guess, just be there, because we just had nothing but good reactions, and we all clicked really good for such a short time. We did our first show within 2 weeks
2 or 3
of
weeks.
playing together.
I think we actually went to that show without even knowing how to end a few songs.
I learned,
especially the one that's playing now.
yeah, the one now I learned the day before our first show, the one that you can hear now that's playing.
Enter at your own risk. I didn't even know how I was going to end that song. We just kind of went with it. You don't know if it turned out good in the end.
Everything just gets better.
What got you guys started to play?
My dad was big in music when he was a kid, and he always had this 12-string acoustic that I was always fascinated with. And I always wanted to learn to play, and I kept asking him to teach me, and he wouldn't. He refused to teach me. He said if I would have to learn on my own, just like he did. And I finally begged him enough, and he decided to buy me a guitar book, which I threw in the corner until late in my high school years, where I actually decided I would learn something on it, and that got me to where I am now.
I was always really just, I've always been in love with music ever since I was younger. It's in my family, I guess, bloodline music, but I always wanted to play the guitar, and I'm left-handed, so it was always hard to learn that way, and everybody I tried to learn from was right-handed. And my dad was a drummer, and my brother was a guitarist and a soloist, but it was always hard to learn, but I've been writing songs, you know, sitting boarding class since I was like 11, writing poetry and songs, and then I just sort of built them into songs. And we all sort of just, everybody clicked together in a way. It's just really weird to explain it, how it happened. Really.
My family, I guess, Ben and Len has all been musicians, and my Uncle Jim is a drummer, and he introduced me to drums when I was like 6 years old, and he gave me his old drum set when I was 9, and I just started playing a lot of classic rock and progressed on my own by ear, and I guess, I don't know, I've just kind of taught myself by ear how to play, I suppose, to all kinds of different music.
What kind of music or musicians have influenced you guys?
I've always been a big fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, even though our music is not anywhere near blues, but just, I don't know, something about his music just inspired me. And I was also a big fan of Alice in Chains, especially Lane Staley, even though I'm a guitarist. And it's just creepy, slow rock that he plays, you know, it just catches me. And I've always wanted to sort of imitate what they do and kind of combine it as one. And that's kind of what I'm here to do, you know.
There's so many. I mean, to like probably break it down and be like Jim Morrison, of course. I just love Jim. His poetic style and just the kind of personality he had.